Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here at my home in Zoodesia Zoo. And I am so excited to show you guys some of the amazing things that have changed just since yesterday. I all started just by planting a single tree, and then the next thing you know I was like, you know what? This area could use a tree. This area could use a tree. Hey, you know what? We've lived here for like several months now. Oh, hey, Agent Noodles, and Agent Noodles is coming by to say hello. But yeah, basically, I was like, hey, we've lived here for several months now. I should really renovate that pond. And then Ben came over, and then the next thing you know, we're like setting up campgrounds, and we did basically a ton of renovating all over the place. And I have added a ton of signs down by the entrance to start integrating some of your amazing suggestions for what we could put over at the zoo entrance. So that's going to be super awesome. Agent Noodles, please do not walk on the essence berries. Thank you, Agent Noodles. I always worry when the cats go in there that they're going to get hurt. But what we are going to be doing today is taking a peek at that, and I just wanted to say to you guys, Happy December! So for some of you, this means a very cold month huddled around hot chocolate. For others of you, it means a month of holidays. For those of you in Australia, it means that it is time for summer. So it is going to be a really great month because for us zoo crafters, it means that it is the final month of season 2. Dun dun dun! But don't worry, that does not mean the end of zoo crafting. We are going to start season 3 of zoo crafting here in the same world. We're not going anywhere. It's just that we're almost up to 200 episodes because it is a daily series. And as a daily series, I was like, you know what? We've been doing zoo crafting for almost 2 years. And as far as I'm concerned, we're going to keep doing zoo crafting for as long as I possibly can. For until I'm 80 and crinkly and like, I'm like, oh, you know, the internet doesn't exist anymore. It's all just little electrodes in our head. We just think things and poof, we're there. So until that point comes, I figure we'll be doing zoo crafting and learning about animals and building amazing towns and villages and new places in the zoo. And I'm just babbling so much, but basically what I wanted to let you guys know is that yes, this is the end of season 2 coming up in the end of this month, and then on the first of the new year, the first day of 2016, that is when season 3 will begin. And I figure we'll just go by the yearly calendar because it's a daily series. And I started zoo crafting almost 2 years ago on December 24th of 2013. So it was like, or maybe 2012. I really can't remember. It's been a long time. But I figure we'll go with the yearly calendar. So enough Seri babble, and let me unveil what we've been working on. Dun dun dun! Look at this, it's trees! It's trees, it's so many beautiful trees and some more leaves to try to cover up the like big giant dirt that is the cliff sides. And there's just so much, and you guys, thank you for your amazing suggestions. And I'm gonna gather up the essence berries while I talk about this, but for your amazing suggestions of what we can add into the zoo. I am so excited. It was so much fun to hear people go, you know, my local zoo has like flamingos at the entrance. And it was like, you know what? I think you should add in like a koi pond. I think you should add in like, the scavenger hunts. I think you should add in like somebody who can have an animal for you to be introduced to. You should have some of the animal ambassadors from different exhibits coming at the entrance so people can kind of see what's going on. And it was just so exciting to see your guys' suggestions. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these away really quickly. Oh, did those go in the right spot? Oh my goodness, look how many essence berries we have now. I hadn't realized we had like gotten our little supply to be this overflowing. This is awesome. This is so awesome. Oh, and I still have some I need to plant. Oh, Moonworm Queen. Oh, I can't wait to go back to Twilight Forest and explore with Moonworm Queen in the caverns. That's going to be awesome. But all right, let's go downstairs and I am going to show you guys some of the new landscaping. Darling. All right, I just got really, pardon me, darling, busy morning. Oh, and there's some lemons. I don't know why. I'm just so happy I'm going to pick these lemons. There we go. Maybe we can turn them into something yummy. Oh, and Aki is leaving a few things on the ground as usual. We won't panic about that. Oh, look at this, you guys. Look at this. But with season 3 like coming up, I just started getting really excited of looking around being like, you know what? I need to get my paths looking good, right, Agent Noodles? I'm gonna give him a little pet. There you go, Agent Noodles. Oh, nope. He's like, I'm busy. I'm patrolling. Gotta find those werewolves. But yeah, I was like, oh, you know, I really just need to get like the path set up. I need to make it look nice. I need to make it look like I live here. And it's not just a random collection of plants and trees. And well, that would make it look like Seri lives somewhere, but still. So this is what we've been working on. Lots of trees up the little pathway. And are you guys ready for this? Ta-da! Ta-da! Isn't this glorious? Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. So do you remember what this used to be? It used to be like an unintended little hole in the ground, like a puddle that was just kind of there sitting in our front yard forever and ever. And I was always like, one day I'll turn that into a pretty pond. And then earlier I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn it into a pretty pond. And so I was working on it, and Ben came by and figured out how to put the little like sprinkler thing on so it actually goes into the pond correctly, which looks so cool. Doesn't this just look awesome? So now when people come to leave us mail, they can be like, wow, look how pretty this is. And then look at what Ben made me. Look at this. Look at this. It's a little bench. It's a perfect little bench. So you can just come over here and you can just like sit in it. You can be like, wow, Seri's house is right there. There's her pistachio tree. There's her pecan tree. There's some nice olives over there. Hey, Jude, the mail mob sitting over there. Oh, and there's the chickens. And, you know, it's just like a nice little shaded area. So if it rains, the tree is going to protect you. It just is fantastic. So I was super excited about it. I was like, this is awesome. And I'm also hungry, so we're going to eat this biscuit. But it was really funny because this all started, and I started working on the pond here just because I was planting some trees. And I started planting trees up here, and Pudding's area has changed so much. It looks so good. This is one of the things I love about working on our world, is when we start like looking at a big empty area and going, let's go put a thing over there. So I put that soybean field up here a long time ago and ended up building this beautiful bridge to it. And look at this tree that I grew up over here. I love it when they grow the big trees. And then ta-da! It has changed so much. I mean, look at all of this. Look at all of this. It's just fantastic. This is now Pudding's soy field. So we properly have like it bordered off. I had to put like 2 tall leaves in a lot of places because she kept falling off the cliff and worrying me to death. I removed the chestnut so that she wouldn't prick herself. We have a little tofu pressing shed that I built just like I said I was going to. I brought over lots of lights. Pudding, no you may not. No you may not, Pudding. She's like, but I really want to. She's constantly trying to get over onto the cliffs, and then she gets stuck down there, and then she doesn't harvest the soybean field, which is sad, but now she's actually staying here. So that's really good. But look at this. Ben made this too. So we have like a little campground over here. It's just really fun when you just have like these small areas. That this is my soybean field. So I have soy milk, and so I can make tofu. And then ta-da! Just like adding a few details like this, suddenly it's like transformed into this super awesome area. We could invite friends over here for like a little picnic, like looking over Zomberry Village. You can see Mushroom Island from here. Once we get the Village of Light really start being built up again, just imagine turning this into like a garden area leading into the Village of Light. And actually, if you come over, you can look down and you can even see the puppies, the dogs, and the doggy daycare, which is so awesome. I need to send those dogs over to Twin Bark Town pretty soon. That's going to be fun for those episodes. And just, I love this. Look at these little benches. It's just so fun. We should build like a little campfire here. That'll be so awesome. All right. But yes, this is Pudding's soybean field. I have wrapped it up in all sorts of leaves so she won't go anywhere and she'll be safe. And I built her a big tree. So it's just a large tree that I kind of added some roots to so that it feels like a really big tree, so that she can feel like she's got lots and lots of plants around her. And I think she's a lot happier since then because she's been staying in the soybean field. She hasn't tried to throw herself off cliffs as often. Right, Puddin'? Oh my goodness, Puddin'. Pudding has a lot. Pudding has a lot of soybeans in her inventory. I'm going to bring those over here. So these are the soybeans. And this is the soybean harvest. I'm actually going to empty out the other items that she had in here so that she's got more room for more soybeans. And she does so good over here. I wrapped the field in some little stones so that Pudding can like zoom around and she can just enjoy her job, which is almost 100% just taking care of these soybeans. I wonder if I could maybe like plant some other things down there, or maybe a couple things over there. I wish she could harvest flowers. Wouldn't that just be the most amazing thing if you could like plant flowers and then she could just like propagate them for you? Because that would be really cool. That would make me just like delirious with happiness. But this is the soybean field harvest. So this is where all of these soybeans go. And I'm actually going to gather some up, because then you gather the soybeans and you come into the little tofu shed. So this is kind of like an open concept little tofu shed to come on down. And then you can come in and you can be like, look at all these pressers everywhere. It's the tofu pressing shed. And the tofu is what I use in basically everything as a good replacer for some of the meals. So you can use it as a meat replacer for like the chicken curry. You can use it as like egg replacer for like brownies. You can use it as the epic bacon. You can make tofu bacon, which actually like the tempeh bacon is really good, but not the tofu bacon in real life. And then like the red velvet cake. So basically you can use tofu in pretty much everything as a replacer for the meat, which I really love. The McPam, that's awesome because the mod author's name is Pam. Oh my goodness. So I need lots of it, and I need lots of soy milk because I use the soy milk as a replacer to a whole bunch of things too. So to do that, we have our shed, or we have our little presser over in the house, but I built this shed because we can get it done a lot faster. See, look at all this silken tofu. And then you can just grab the soybeans and you can just go down the line. Here's some soy milk. And you can just keep going down the line, more soy milk, and you put the soybeans in, and then the presser goes to work on the soybeans and makes soy milk. And then if you turn around and you have like the silken tofu and you put the silken tofu in the presser, what happens is it becomes firm tofu. And to get the silken tofu, dun dun dun, what you need to do is take the soy milk and put it in the presser. So there we go. And then it'll go do 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 boing. Silken tofu, yay! So I'm going to get some firm tofu going up on this side and soy milk on this side. Good, good, good. And then over here are where I'm going to have the little chest to keep everything. Silken tofu can go in here. Firm tofu can go in here. Oop, I don't have any firm tofu right now. Is that everything? Yeah, that should be everything. And then we could just come over whenever we need to and check on Puddin'. And she has like her little pond right here, which is looking much nicer. I spruced it up and kind of removed the gravel that was kind of blocking it. Oh, which means I need to fix the water sources. And then I added some trees over here. So it just looks so much nicer. And also you could tumble to your death down here. Whoops, daisy, that startled me because I didn't see the stairs there. You could tumble to your death down here, so you got to be careful. But Pudding seems much happier. So that is just like, I love this kind of detail work, you guys, because it's what really makes the world kind of start feeling like a united place. And what I would love to do in the future is to be able to add NPCs back in from the Quitting Some Jobs videos that we used to do in season 1, and from all of the people who like came in as interns. I would love to start adding them back in so that we can just have like people just walking around, random trades, just having a good time, visiting Zoodesia. I love making places come to life like that, so it's really fun. But all right, okay, so then I'll show you guys the other stuff that I've been working on. Which direction to do this? Well, we do have some duck eggs, but there's just so much, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, we'll go down this way today. All right, Primrose or Bluebell, how you doing? Doing pretty good. Ooh, we better go get them some more sugar. So while we're going down this way, we'll go ahead and we will collect up some more sugarcane for my girls because they really need more sugarcane. Oh, I'm just so excited, you guys. So much progress. Look at the zoo entrance, and we're going to add to it. You guys had fantastic ideas about like having creatures hide in the branches. As you can see, I put a bunch of signs down. We're going to go look at those signs because they're going to start showing us what we are going to start putting down here to really make like lots of little buildings, lots of miniature exhibits, lots of things kind of in between the areas so that this isn't just like a forest path, like I said. So it feels like you're actually somewhere. Like everywhere you walk to, you're going to find something new. That is my goal. And I know, Sunflower, Astro Seed, you guys are looking awesome. And you guys reminded me that we can actually make armor out of these chocobo feathers, which is really cool. You can make saddlebags, you can make pack bags, you can make choco disguise, like body armor. You can make arrows, which is really useful. So we're going to put these away. I know you guys are probably going to be thinking about nest building when the weather warms up, huh? That is going to be very exciting. All right, let's come down here. Oh, and speaking of like the animals and their mates, I really think it would be fun to have Holly, the dog that we have in with the chickens who guards all of the eggs. I think it would be fun to like take her on dates with different like male dogs and see which dog she likes. So that would be fun, like go on a date with a Dalmatian, go on a date with like all these different dogs and see which one Holly enjoys. Also, keep your eyes peeled, guys. It has been said somewhere in the zoo he has unleashed something that grows up to 3 meters, which is like a lot. So, and it's not that. That's the panda that's been living there since we moved in, and we're eventually going to put it in its own little panda habitat. Oh, goodness. So we're looking for something that Ben unleashed, and I have no idea where he put it, but we're going to find that. But all right, so the entrance. I have added some of your guys' ideas. Let me know which ones you think are super awesome, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get most of these done by the time like season 3 starts. I doubt it, because you know me, there's so much to do in the zoo, and Seri kind of forgets things sometimes, which is why I put down the signs. So what we're going to have done is we are going to put in a little teleportation NPC right here. So you can just pop in from like whatever main hub you're at from spawn, and you can be like, oh yeah, I'm in Zoodesia, how fun, woohoo. And there'll be like a little pedestal that you land on, so you can walk off that, and there'll be NPCs everywhere to kind of introduce you to the zoo, give you like maybe a little guidebook or something like that. Oh, it'd be so fun to have little guidebooks. And there'll be like, you know, people wandering around. There'll be some animals in here. Like I said, there's going to be more divinsing pieces. And I actually was experimenting with the divinsing pieces to try to do like some vine sort of looks, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like maybe just very lightly putting some little bit of greenery like that looks better than the thicker greenery, or does it just look better with none at all? So I can't quite make it the same color, because any vanilla leaves you can't really use on divinsing, at least the version we have, but there's some ideas right there. Oh my goodness, and speaking of ideas, actually, I'll go this way first. All right, and I also put up, because I realized, you know, if we're going to have guests to the zoo, I should probably work on safety. So I tried to put down lots more lighting, and I put up some posts and some decorative little like leaves so that people don't just walk off this cliff that's right here. So I'm trying to think more about safety, which also means I am going to have to remove this little badoodad down here that I discovered. And we've looked at this, there it is. We've looked at this before. This is a cat grave, and this is really like, this is Molly. She fell off some vines. She had lived 84 days, and I left it to try to be respectful to like the little kitty grave. But then you guys, all of these skeleton cats spawn at night, and I never noticed because this place used to kind of be off the path I normally walked. And then when I was working on this, I turned around, there's zombie and skeleton cats like everywhere. So we're going to have to move this little kitty grave somewhere else, because it spawns zombies and skeleton cats, and they were getting like down in here, and I was finding them in here, and it was just, oh my gosh, it was definitely quite the event. Also, we'll have to harvest all these mushrooms pretty soon. Yay, mushrooms! Yay, mushroom soup! But all right, so your guys' ideas? Hidden item NPC hunt, so like a scavenger hunt. And that sounded really cool, because imagine if we had chests scattered throughout the zoo that maybe had some special items, like maybe a chestnut that has a special name, or maybe like a bone that we call like the fake dinosaur bone or something, or maybe like a mushroom, or maybe like some eggshell from the egg research center, or the egg gathering grove. So you could go and collect those things from the chest that are scattered throughout the zoo, and then come back and trade them for like maybe some tickets or points or money, or a new special item like a special Zoodesia exclusive flower or something cool like that from an NPC right here. So that's a really fun idea. I really thought that would be awesome. Maybe we could have lots of those kinds of scavenger hunts, so it would really encourage people, like you could have a clue, a hint about where it's hiding, and it would really encourage people to go and look around and try to find things in the zoo and study the exhibits, and I think that would be awesome. Also, maybe a small butterfly house over here. I thought that would look kind of nice. Or maybe a small shop, or a big giant guide map, or like a guide building, so you can just go in and it's like nothing but guides and explanations about like how to get downstairs onto the subway system to go to like a certain type of exhibit if you really want to, because that sounds like the important kind of informational stuff that should be at the entrance of the zoo. So that's going to be over here. I put up some signs to let you know this is where the temperate forest exhibit is going to be. I was thinking we could put like a little garden down here, and then some archways maybe. I need to look at Zoo Tycoon 2, which is actually what the entire zoo crafting series is based on, and see if I could figure out like some cool archways to build. But see how it still looks like the forest path? Our goal is we're going to start trying to change that so that there's little exhibits all over here, like a snail flower garden, a cute little snail flower garden over here. Oh, and then over here we might remove this tree, and then like a path to the Marsh Creek walk, so that you can come down here, and not only will this lead you into like another way to get in and out of the subway area, but we can transform this whole area so that, ta-da, this little riverside would look much more like swampy, or much more like a marsh. And so we could really focus on trying to transform it, and maybe like having some ducks or fish swimming around so that you could really see them all the time. That would be really cool. I need to talk. Maybe Pablo can like come up with a heron or something. It would be really fun to like just have some herons or maybe some recolored flamingos kind of always down here, just as a nice little marshy area that sort of is just a natural inclusion in what is in the zoo, trying to represent those microbiomes. Woo woo! That would be really cool. I'm hungry again, so we're gonna eat some cranberry sauce. But yeah, and my love of the snails, the adorable little snails. So a snail flower garden would be really suiting. Or fitting, I should say. And then I was like, maybe a small bird exhibit over here, like maybe 1 or 2 woodpeckers, or maybe some sort of educational stand, or maybe both over here. Maybe an owl. So maybe just some sort of small bird, maybe just a crow, or maybe some common birds, maybe a pigeon or a dove, you know, things like that we could put over here. So if you guys think that would be cool, like maybe pigeons, and then we could call them like, do you remember the passenger pigeon, you know, or do you remember like messenger pigeons? So that would be kind of cool to put over here. Maybe you could like send a little message too somehow. That would be really cool if we could like figure out how to use a pigeon NPC as a male NPC. That would be awesome. So we'll probably work on that. Then I was thinking maybe a raccoon exhibit over here. It leads over to the temperate forest area. It's not too exciting, but it's not too boring either. And then over here, more signs about where we're going. And if you come down here, there's actually a sign that tells you this is going to lead to Tate's Pier and Swan Lake. So if you remember, we built Lily's gazebo, and now we are going to be working in the future on building Tate's Pier, which is going to be like a pier that kind of goes across this area right here, so that you can fish either in the river or you can fish in the lake. And we are going to renovate this lake and make it look really nice, tidy it up. I was thinking about, you know how they have those little swan paddle boats? So like adding in some of those swan paddle boats in the form, like kind of a mock thing of it though, because it would just be normal Minecraft boats, but there would be swans in the lake because there's lots of swans that we could go and gather in the world and add into this lake. So that would be happening down here. Like I said, I just want to pack everywhere. So it's not just these paths between 2 like really far away areas, but so that it's like full of places you can adventure in and little nooks and crannies and little hidden things. So the more you look, the more you discover, and there's NPCs to interact with. And it's basically going to be amazing like that. And then I even thought like maybe a little mini hidden cave exhibit, because this is just like an empty area under the hill. And I was like, how cool would it be just to have maybe like a little hidden cave exhibit of some kind, maybe with the cave painting again, or maybe we could have some sort of cave animal in here. So that would be really fun. Maybe it's the little fox's den. Hey, little guy. Oh, he's chirping at us. That's so cute. So, you know, those are more options. Oh my gosh, and so many of these ideas are just from things you guys have suggested. I have a huge list of more things too. Oh, and I hope tomorrow we can go explore a mountain. That's going to be so fun. Oh my goodness. And then, you know, a sign, and it's these kinds of signs for now, but I wouldn't mind trying to build some of the big awesome signs like Pavo has, or even making some custom signs that we could just kind of like put up, kind of using the Bibliocraft custom sign mod or custom painting mod. So we might work on that. And then, oh, some of the suggestions for what to do over here got me really excited. Like a tamed parrot tree, like a tree that we could have some NPCs standing under, and it would be the parrots that you could like kind of come up and interact with, like macaws, some of the big parrots kind of being a, you know, ambassadors for their species. So you could come straight out and just be like, whoa, really colorful parrots. Wow, that's so cool. And then maybe like a little garden to kind of complement that. So you can like sit and look at the parrots and talk with the NPCs and learn more about the parrots and whatever they say if they're speaking parrots. And then maybe a little small koi pond, like kind of coming down over here just to look really pretty. So little koi ponds or little fish ponds or little snail gardens will probably be a pretty common theme here in Zoodesia. And then over here, I was thinking about maybe we can build a carrotfish and fishing bun overlook and info center. So you can kind of come over and you can look and see if you spy any carrotfish or any fishing buns. You can make a little note, let people know how the health of the river's doing. And you could learn about how there is a new carrot bun reserve that is currently being expanded over where we planted the Twilight Forest transformation tree. So hopefully we can totally make that into like a future like carrot fish and fishing bun area. That would be really fun. And then because of all the pomegranates, I was like, maybe a pomegranate fruit stand over here to get your first taste of something nice and refreshing. Whew. So, oh my gosh, I'm like out of breath. So those are just a few of the ideas, a few of the major renovations that we've started to do over move around here. Still not sure. I'm kind of not feeling the little vine, so I think I might take them down for now and maybe just see if something better comes along. But yeah, there's just so much to do in the zoo, you guys, and there's so much going on. And that doesn't even point out the stuff. I finally built that path down the mountain into the jungle, and we'll go look at that tomorrow too. There's just so much going on. Oh my goodness. So this is going to be fantastic. As usual, there's so much to do in the zoo, and I just wanted to show you guys where a lot of the plans are and hear about what may be getting you guys pretty excited. What makes you go like, yeah, let's do this, or what kind of details you think would be fun to hide in here. Oh, and I'm going to go and gather up that sugar cane and maybe some of the string and take it upstairs so that I can feed the girls before they go on strike again, because I have new outfits I need to put on them. So much to do in the zoo, and I will see you guys next time. Whew. All right, guys. Bye-bye.